Welcome back, everyone. Happy Monday, June 30th in the MLB. We got 3 picks locked and loaded for you guys. My name's Austin. We'll be joined by Logan in just 1 second, but we are joined for the third straight day by the Brewers. Get it on out, Logan. A 4-0 sweep yesterday on Sunday. To recap, what has been a legacy run for the COS boys, 12-0. Now, I will note, if we lose today, Logan's getting a flight right back to Cleveland because that is where he's moving full time. But let's do a victory lap, Logan. You cast your under in person. A little sweaty at the end of the game, but more or less pretty easy. We had the under in the Dodgers-Royals game, pretty sweat-free. The under in the first 5 of the Marlins D-backs game, sharp read there. And then Framber pitched a gem. That is a 12-0 run. We're going to try to turn that into a 15-0 run. Now, I did say, Logan, yesterday that if we went and swept the board and went 4-0, we'd do a $100 giveaway, and we will. We're probably going to save that for Dinger Tuesday. I'll talk about that in just 1 second. But I do want to, for that Dinger Tuesday giveaway, normally we do the $25 every week. We're just going to up it to $100. So tomorrow, stay tuned. We'll be giving away $100. We're going to do it to 4 random people. So good chance you guys could win some money. We'll talk about the Dinger Tuesday giveaway tomorrow. Just the easiest way for Logan and I to pick out winners instead of trying to spam through subscribers and stuff like that. Just makes our life a lot easier. So stay tuned. $100 giveaway tomorrow for Dinger Tuesday. But we are also doing something we've never really done before. It's given a pretty cool offer out there for the Dub Club. It's a buy one, get one free. It's a BOGO. If you want to join the Dub Club, win with us all July and August, and they'll basically lead you into the NFL season where we'll probably do another giveaway or type of offer like this. You can definitely join. Go link down below. Logan and I are going on a legacy summer to win back all the units we lost to begin this MLB season. Again, that link will be at the top of the description. You click it. Usual price actually is not $6. It's normally $15 a month. Now it's $15 for 2 months. So again, typo there. It's normally $15 a month. Get some extra tools. Probably have some exclusive picks and stuff like that. Let's dive in, though, into our picks today. I'll begin with a team total. Normally, I start with a pitcher prop, and technically, it's kind of back in a pitcher, but I'd rather go full game because I like this team's bullpen as well. First pick of the day, Baltimore Orioles, team total under 4.5, currently minus 125 on Bet365. Blue is about minus 130 on DraftKings and FanDuel, so right around the same value. I'm backing Patrick Corbin today. Now, the last time I took a team total, I believe, was the Royals. It was team total under 4.5 against Patrick Corbin, and he sucked. So he owes me some coin, and I think he actually goes out there and pitches pretty well today. And I don't really care how Trevor Rogers does, but I feel like it's pretty dang easy to just go out there and say, I'm going to fade Patrick Corbin and take Trevor Rogers and the Baltimore Orioles. I mean, Trevor Rogers just pitched against the Rangers, 8 shutout innings. Yeah, sure. But I think that this is a Patrick Corbin start where he actually pitches well, and I'll talk about why I think there's a good chance there. Now, the Orioles had a 6-game homestand, and now they're going on the road. And the Orioles, they've been pretty bad this season. We know that, but they've also been bad in that first road trip. We know they're filled with a ton of young talent in there. Sometimes those guys aren't used to staying at home 7 straight days or whatever it may be, and then boom, first game on the road in the hotel. Sometimes it takes some adjustment there. We've seen that this season. In their first game of their home trips, or road trips, here's how many runs they've scored in that first game. 2, 0, 1, 4, 5, and 1 run. So again, they've struggled in that first game. The only one they went over was against George Kirby in one of his first starts of this year where we saw George Kirby really struggle. But Patrick Corbin has been okay this season. Now he is coming off a disaster of a start, and it came at the hands of the Baltimore Orioles at home. Went out there and went out 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 5 earned runs. He's clearly got to be better than that. And I think he will be better than that because we saw after that game against Corbin, they faced another lefty in Jacob Latz, and he threw a no-hitter into the 7th inning against them. So clearly they made some adjustments there. The Orioles haven't seen a lefty since then, Jacob Latz on like the 24th. And so I think Corbin can go out there and actually pitch decently well. He's pitched better at home. And this again, Corbin, if you look at his props, they're thinking he pitches decently well because his 2.5 earned runs line is plus 110 or so. So there's plus money on the over. His 5.5 hits allowed line is plus 115. He just gave up 9 hits. Now you're saying I can get plus money for 6? Sure, let's hammer that. And when you look at the Corbin start, 4 of the 5 runs they scored on him came with 2 outs. So again, the Orioles got the timely hits. They haven't been able to do that consistently all year long, especially not on the road. And I just could see them struggling here. We know this is an Orioles offense now down Adley Rutschman, who hasn't had a great year, but it's one of their better left-handed hitters or left-handed pitcher hitters because he's a righty. Well, switch hitter technically. And so you're thinking about this offense, they rely on a lot of production from guys like Jackson Holliday, Gunnar Henderson, Ryan O'Hearn, all 3 of which are lefties. And then behind them, if you think about Corbin, he's only allowing a 218 batting average to lefties. So he's been good against those guys that are going to probably come up with runners in scoring position or guys that they need to get on base, and Holliday, Gunnar, and O'Hearn. And then the righties you're talking about in this lineup, no longer Adley, no longer Ryan Mountcastle, who we love. It's guys like Gary Sanchez, Chadwick Tromp might play, Kobe Mayo, Laureano, Urias. I mean, all those guys they bounced around a ton of different teams. I'm willing to live with those guys beating me. I mean, Kobe Mayo getting his first ever home run against a position player, like kind of doing a bat flip. Like, what the heck are we doing? So I really think you're going to see a guy like Patrick Corbin go out there and pitch decently, even if he gave up 3 earned runs. I still think this Rangers bullpen can hold things down. Over the last 2 weeks, the Rangers bullpen currently ranks 5th in ERA, below 3. Yesterday, they did go into an extra innings game. If you had the under in the Rangers-Mariners game yesterday, I feel bad for you. But the bullpen is still more or less pretty rested. They have 3 righties, 2 lefties, so they can hunt different matchups based on that. And their bullpen's been really good this year. So first pick of the day, enough yapping for me. Orioles team total under 4.5, my first play of the day. But Logan, we need to continue the brooms, and you have a first 5 pick that I think is smacking. So I'll let you take things away. Where are we headed?
Yeah, so this is going to be a first 5 pick. It's going to be the latest game on the slate. Giants and Diamondbacks, first 5 innings under 4.5, minus 120 odds on DraftKings. Now, if it is a little more juiced on your book, I play this one probably to like minus 140, and then just not touch it there. Again, I do want that 4.5 line. If it does somehow dip to 3.5, that can be dicey. But game 1 of this series, I see runs being hard to come by early in this game, which is why I'm taking the first 5 innings. I do not want to get involved with the bullpens. Diamondbacks bullpen is absolute hot garbage recently. So that's really kind of why I want to just target the first 5 innings, see what both these starting pitchers can give us. Let's talk about the Diamondbacks starter today. It's going to be Ryan Nelson. 3.71 ERA, 1.05 whip for Ryan Nelson. Historically, not my favorite pitcher to back, but he's entering this game in really good form. His last 3 starts, 1-1, 0 earned runs. So again, can he continue that and give us a really solid start in this one, at least through 5? I think he can. His ERA in June would be really great if he didn't have that 7 earned run game on the road in Great American Ballpark. Look, that's just a tough start, tough place to pitch, and Ryan Nelson got obliterated in that one. But again, he's really dialed it back in for the month of June, and he enters this game in good form. He also pitches better at home, which is where he's pitching today. And with runners in scoring position, 222 batting average allowed, 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. That even drops to 211 batting average allowed. So he's actually been really solid with men on base. And what I like about Ryan Nelson is he does get better with each plate appearance. First time through the order, 214 batting average allowed. Second time through, 167 batting average allowed. Third time through, if he makes it that far, .091 batting average allowed. They typically don't want Ryan Nelson going that deep into games. But again, those splits are very encouraging. I do like that. And then also, if you look at his pitch arsenal, he's 98th percentile in fastball run value, a pitch he throws 60% of the time. Only 2 Giants have a run value greater than 1 against the 4-seamer. That's going to be Devers and Ramos. So holistically, his Giants offense is not elite at hitting the fastball, and that's what Ryan Nelson's going to give him a steady diet of. They're also only hitting .233 versus right-handed pitching this month. I think Ryan Nelson has a really, quality outing at least through 5 innings, because that's all we really care about. He can blow up in the 6th inning for all I care. And then it's going to be Logan Webb starting for the Giants, 2.52 ERA, 1.14 whip. Logan Webb's an elite pitcher. Not as elite on the road, we know that. But his last 2 starts versus Arizona last year, 13 innings pitched combined, 0 earned runs. He saw this Diamondbacks offense very well. He's held them at bay. And with Corbin Carroll and Naylor, banged up, this Diamondbacks offense is just, I think they're really going to struggle to hit Logan Webb. Because a few guys could reach, but it's up to the guys behind them to be able to hit him in. And I just don't see consistent, production 1 through 9 with this Diamondbacks offense. Webb also gets better. Similar to Ryan Nelson, he's got splits where as he faces batters, he's the one with the advantage. First time through the order, 302 batting average allowed. It's like you get to Webb first time through, or you're typically not getting through him, because second time, only 228 batting average allowed, and then third plate appearance, 191 batting average allowed, sub 200 batting average allowed, third time through. That's what makes him elite. Once again, he has an 18.5 outs line, 5.5 hits allowed line, which is just an impressive, display, because that's where his props typically are. And he's been having quality start after quality start. His sinker is elite. It's going to really challenge these Diamondbacks hitters to do something with it today. And I don't think they're going to do anything. So that's why I love the first 5 innings under. Leave the bullpens out of it. Don't care what happens after the 5th inning. But I love that as my favorite pick of the day. Austin, you got another one, though, what you're rolling with.
Yeah, I have a first five under myself. We'll get into some overs, but this is a shorter slate. We really like these unders. A lot of teams traveling. We'll get some overs. I promise you. We cashed a bunch of overs in the 12-0 round. We'll have some, but my will be a first five under. It's a little earlier start. Going actually to the Cardinals and Pirates first five under five at minus 125 on BetMGM. Now I know five is a weird number because most books want like a 4.5, 5.5 kind of thing. But I took the five for a little push potential there. If you have a book that only has like 4.5 or reduced 5.5, maybe split up your units. Maybe do a half unit on the 4.5 and then a half unit on the 5.5. If they end on five, you push and you probably break even more or less there because the 4.5 should be plus money. But I do like this under, and I think this is a slower starting game between Andrew Haney and Eric Fetty. Now, you talk about both these pitchers. If you backed them in their last outing, yeah, got absolutely destroyed as both of them are coming off really rough starts. But I think this is a good spot to back an under here. And look, everyone kind of hated my Eduardo Rodriguez, Cal Quantrill under yesterday, and that was sweat free. We've been dialed in on finding some good pitchers and good spots. And I'll begin with Andrew Heaney, who, if you backed, actually, regardless, in his last two starts, he has ruined this first five under by himself, allowing 7 earned runs in back-to-back starts versus the Tigers and a red-hot Brewers offense. Now, both those starts on the road, something about Heaney, much better at home. Pitching in Pittsburgh, in PNC Park, at home this year, 2.95 ERA, 230 batting average allowed. He's only allowing a 223 batting average to righties. Why is that important? Well, as Logan saw yesterday in person with the Cardinals offense, they have a lot of righties in there. They have a very big platoon. They have some key righties, key lefties. Some lefties will leave in there, but a lot of righties are coming in. And if you look at them, they're probably going to have 6 righties in there. So again, he's been really good against right-handed batters, especially a guy like Nolan Arenado. I think he's 0 for 9. He did get pulled yesterday early. We'll see if he plays today. But again, if he can get those righties out, then you're relying on a lot of damage from the lefties. Lefties have hit Haney better. But we saw yesterday, the Cardinals struggled against the lefty. They got 3 runs on a 3-run homer in the first against Logan Allen, and then he shut him down the next 5 innings. So again, outside of that homer, they weren't great. This in June, they were batting 225, which is the 23rd, with an 87 WRC plus 19th versus lefties. As Logan touched on yesterday, the Cardinals are 3rd in lowest hard hit rate versus lefties. Well, sorry, Logan, they've now been bumped down to 2nd lowest in hard hit rate versus lefties. So again, guy like Heaney, who's given up 7 home runs this month, 14 on the year. That was his problem in his last game. 3 homers. Not really Cardinals team that's been hitting a ton of home runs against lefties as of late. Against righties, different story, but against lefties, I think you can go out there and pitch pretty well. And we look at the guy starting for the Cardinals is Eric Fetty. Now, Eric Fetty also coming off a disaster, 7 earned runs. I was at home at the helm of the Cubs, but this is also a guy unlike Haney. He's actually pitched better on the road for whatever reason. And Bush Stadium, he's like, I hate this place. He's like Luis Severino's talking about he hates Sacramento. That guy's getting traded soon. But again, we've seen him on the road, a 3 ERA compared to a near 6 at home, 220 batting average allowed. He's faced the Pirates twice since he was traded to the Cardinals. And in those 2 starts last year, he went out there and gave a 1 earned run over 6. This year, 6 innings, no hitter against the Pirates earlier this year in April. Fetty, what I like to see, getting out of those jams, 161 batting average with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. 3rd time through the order, just a 211 batting average. So again, when you get to that 5th inning and we're like, oh man, they're at 4 runs. We need a nerfy in this 5th. He's been able to go through that 3rd time pretty well. And over the last 2 weeks, the Pirates went on a crazy fest of runs against the Mets, but still last 2 weeks, they're haven't been great. I mean, their batting average is decent against righties, but still the 8th highest K percentage, 2nd lowest walk percentage, and 21st in WRC plus. So even though they went crazy against the Mets, I don't know if I really trust him a ton. Sure, you hit up Frankie Montes, but I think Eric Fetty's a better pitcher than Frankie Montes. I think this is a slower start game. There might be runs in the bullpen because when you bring in righties, the Cardinals offense really starts to figure those out. But against the lefty and Haney, against the righty and Fetty, I think these 2 guys hold the thing down. So I like the first 5 under there in that Cardinals and Pirates game. Before we get into our long shot, Logan, I'll recap the card. We have Orioles team total under 4.5, the under in the first 5 of the Giants and D-backs game, and then the Cardinals and Pirates under 5. No, a lot of unders on the card. A lot of them yesterday. They all smacked. Let's do it again today, and then I'm sure Logan and I will have some overs tomorrow. But let's, of course, finally end the video with our home run parlay. Logan, I'll let you lead off against the bottom guy, and then I'll talk about Mr. Kyle Schwarber. Why do you like Mr. Willie Abreu?
Yeah, I love Wilyer Abreu hitting at Fenway. I mean, he's got 14 home runs on the year. Hit 1 on Saturday. So again, he's swinging for the fences. That's when we're picking home run guys. I sound like a broken record, but I want guys that aren't just going to luck into a home run and that do swing very aggressively today. I obviously facing a righty. That's what I want Wilyer Abreu against. In Fenway. love his matchup today. But Austin, your other guy, I know him very well. Who you rolling with?
Yeah, I love me a little Kyle Schwarber. We know he's always swinging for the fences out there, and I think this is a great matchup for him, especially with very hitter-friendly conditions in Citizens Bank Park. He's facing Matt Waldron, who will make his debut for the Padres. He struggled in El Paso. Now, granted, I believe those are pretty hitter-friendly ballparks out west, but still not like you're getting much better conditions here in Citizens Bank Park with like a plus 30% home runs. Schwarber 1 for 4 versus Waldron with a home run. He throws a lot of that knuckleball. And if that knuckleball ain't knuckling, that thing is a straight meatball over the middle of the plate. I don't think Schwarber is going to miss one of those bad boys at Citizens Bank Park. So, like both these two guys, we'll see if we continue the home run parlays, or maybe DraftKings or FanDuel gives us some different promo to use in July, which this is the end of June. Hopefully, we can end strong. Cashing our 3 picks. Let's cash our dinger long shot. Let's have ourselves a 12-0 run, turn it into a 15-0 run, and then we'll do a big giveaway tomorrow. Again, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully, you've still been tailing the picks over the last few days. Hopefully, we can stay hot for you all. A reminder, if you want to join the Dub Club, I'll link that link down below. You get 1 month, buy one, you get one free. It's a pretty cool offer. It's only $15 for 2 months, as opposed to normally 30 or whatever that may be. So again, thanks for tuning in. 15-0 run. Hopefully, we see the Brooms out tomorrow, and we'll see you guys then. Austin Logan signing out. See you then. Peace.